Test, test. I will sing with Henry. Malay song. No, it's for tonight maybe. Let us Henry sing Malay song. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for coming to Penang. We are so happy that Henry is still alive until today. Please give a big applause to Henry and Malaysian team. Please also, who worked really hard to make this conference happening. And today we start with a small event, which is only for Let's Do It members family. And we realized that there are a few challenges, and some people right now is on the way. Some Indonesian team, around 18 people, they will arrive soon and joining us here. And we quite actually regret as well that some of our countries leader from Africa they had challenge because of disaster in Dubai, and some of their flights was cancelled, and so they are end up in somewhere else right now. So we hope they will be joining us soon, but some of them will arrive tomorrow. So we still see each other. So that's the situation with our country leaders who are traveling from around the world. Welcome, Indonesian team. ABE country leaders is here. Just in time. So yeah, please have a seat. We still waiting, but today, because we said that we don't start formal session yet. So everyone, we still singing together, not singing. So yeah, please joining everyone. Yeah, please come inside and have a seat. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So today we have few things what we discuss in these small gatherings. Of course, we will hear the speech from our host Henry, and also we will welcome our new CEO, which is old person but still new CEO, Annette Lino. Yeah, we will hear also some speech letter from Annette, and then of course our head of global network, Hedi Solba. Yeah, both are flying from Estonia and to come here to join us in Penang. So, and also, of course, please give a big applause for all country leaders who already come. And some of our team members who joining us, so not only country leaders. This time is very special in Penang because we can see that many country members, especially from Asia, are coming and joining. I mean, especially like Indonesia, I don't know, they bring like the whole village, I think. 18 people. But this is how much that we want to meet each other, and we want to share this momentum. We don't want to miss the momentum that of missing each other. And since also we will have, later you will see that what we have this year in Asia is quite interesting time for us. And what is also really good that after pandemic, test, that we become stronger, I would say, as Asia regions. We have been facing together the challenge that during pandemic we cannot really gather, and we were missing each other so much after the conference was, I think, in Bali in 2019, and then since then we didn't meet. And luckily last year, Taiwan team is really wonderful. They were leading. Please give applause to Juanita and Bella. Taiwan team was the host for our Let's Do It conference for Asia regions. So last year, some of you already come to Taipei as well. And luckily, Henry then took over now. I mean, Henry said last time in the conference in Taipei, he said, okay, I will lead for next year in Malaysia. And this is happening. We are so happy. Henry doing it. That is really good example for our country leaders because, like walk the talk. Yeah. So when Henry said doing it, Henry really proved to do it. And what is also more exciting news, everyone, in July we will have Leaders Academy in Japan. So please prepare yourself. So our gathering in Malaysia will not end up this time. And we will continue again working together. And I'm so happy because I would say that in Asia country, we love to working together and collaborate as team. So it doesn't matter whoever hosts the conference, we always give our hand to help each other. Like this time, for example, when Malaysian team said that, okay, we will host, and then all other Asian team come together, what can I do to help? And for example, Myanmar team, give applause to Myanmar team. They become the second biggest, I think, participant this year for this conference after Indonesia. they become now new competitor from Indonesia. Okay, they're really amazing because they work together with all artists from Myanmar to prepare the recycle clothes. So we will have a fashion show in the next 2 days where all of you are welcome to become models. Of course. So if you want to become our model, you can join the team. And Zin will, will show you then all of their art work. And they bring all the recycling club from Myanmar and also some other country. If you bring something from your own place, actually you can also present it during a fashion show later. So yeah, we will talk more about that. It's very interesting this time because it's very, like many things happening. You know, each country brings something, I will say. But now, please, we will hear some speech as our special host, Henry. Thank you so much for hosting all of us. And we are so happy because it's really good weather in Penang. So please come to the stage, join me, and time is yours. No, we last time in Taipei we were singing Malay song, but this time we will not sing yet. We will sing maybe tonight for
you. Thank you. It looks like I've got nothing else to say. You've said everything. Okay. First of all, really appreciate all of you being here, largely because I know it's in certain parts of Indonesia there's a volcano. It's affecting even some of our speakers, to be honest. And even hearing stories about Dubai, it's really amazing to know that how can there be a flood, in Dubai being so progressive. So I guess it really means that what we are doing has some significance, whether it's waste, whether it's cleanup, whether it's climate change. Maybe it's more real than we think. So I think it's something we feel that if we are struggling with it to even do this event, I think it's definitely meaningful for us to do it. So for that, I'd like to thank all of you for being here because I know it may not be convenient. Some of you had to do transfers to come here and perhaps even spend lots of money and truly appreciate. And welcome to Penang and welcome to Malaysia. Yeah. So the other thing I want to quickly thank, because if I didn't have them, I truly wouldn't be able to deliver this project. It will be the team. All right. So we have the internal team as we have external team coming together because we really only had 8 weeks to put this together. And in the 8 weeks, we had 2 celebrations. One was a Chinese New Year and one was the Hari Raya Muslim Festival. Basically, we didn't really have enough time. So if there's anything that's inadequate, please bear with us. We are trying to catch up between now and tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be up to speed by tomorrow. Okay, so let's do the good stuff first, then we'll come to the bit more slower stuff. We would like to do a dinner. Just start with the nicer parts first. We'll go to the other parts later. We'll do a dinner tonight for all of you. So we're trying to book the restaurant now. It's a fusion restaurant. We'll try and put in, I think there's 40 plus 10. So we may need some help with the food ordering in advance. So I wanted to share that with you so that we can maybe do the orders because the restaurant may not be able to do what you need because we are almost taking up the entire restaurant. So I just wanted to clear that first. All right, in case you go there and say there's no food. So that's number 1. Number 2, we do need volunteers because we are not having enough people to help us and we want to make the experience for every visitor and participant coming here being helped by people who really knows how to do serving. And I guess I learned a lot from Let's Do It World in terms of how to provide service and volunteerism. So I'd love to get that help if we can, especially on Monday. Especially on Monday, less on tomorrow. So if there's anybody, and there's no pressure by the way, 10, 20 people for tomorrow is fine, and 20 or 30 people on Monday. Okay, if you can, no pressure. So just share that with Augustina, and Augustina will link to another person that will do that. So what are the things you may need to do to help if you like? One is primarily in ushering, because we want people to be sitting in the right places so that they don't take 2 seats, just to get people going. Because the time schedules for it is very short, and we're doing something that almost everybody thinks we are crazy because we pack too many things into it. And the reason why we pack too many things into it is not because we want to, but because we had too many speakers wanting to speak. So we invited 10 people, we got 12. Seriously. And normally we invite 10, we get 3. So that was a problem for us. So admittedly, we have explained to the speakers, and hopefully they are acceptable to our explanation. So on one hand, it's a problem. On one hand, we saw it to be positive because it glues up the ecosystem of the storyboard for the different sessions. So in that sense, we are happy. All right, so that being clear, the next one I wanted to share is the program. If we can share with you the program, Shah will help us. The program flow, so that you know exactly what's happening and you're welcome to ask. So you know exactly why you're here and what day to do what and so forth, including talking about if you have any issues with your hotel, you can still tell us because we will fix it. Because sometimes we don't know what problems you're facing. Please tell us, feel free. All right, so I think Audrey is in a group chat, so she handles accommodations. If there's any tax issues or tourism tax issues, please flag it up. We'll pick it up for the country leaders. And for those of you who have paid and not used that, tell us so that we can also fund you with that. Okay? Let's go to the ones up there, right? Which one? Yep. At any time, if you need any information update, please use the website because that's the only communication tool we have, because the program is being changed every 3 hours. Please don't say it's us, all right, because that wouldn't be quite accurate. But of course, sometimes we have to change because there are reasons that we need to change. Sometimes it could be a government, because it could be a launch, a person that we need to accommodate. So wherever we need to accommodate, we will accommodate. Okay. Let's talk about it quickly, and feel free to ask any questions. We'll clear the sort of the boring stuff first. So yesterday was our press conference, so we had it here. If you want to see the articles, you can get it from the website. All the information we are doing, we are recording it throughout the session. Everything goes live up every day. It gets loaded up. So anybody who wants to send it to your country partners, you are welcome to do it if you need. And if you want to tag it, you can do the same. Day 2, which is essentially today, we are doing this informal session. So it's really to get to know each other, let you guys mingle, have sort of a cool-off day first before the actual thing starts tomorrow. So we'll follow Augustina in terms of the guidance. And over here, we will be happy to show you what we are doing. And you are welcome to tell us whether it's good or not good. And so that we can get feedbacks, because we are rolling our volunteer management system up. And we are also rolling out what we call EarthPal, which is the monitoring app for waste, which we want to give it to the government to access, to look at the authenticity of the waste collection. Plus, it allows people to also send it to a recycling center to get money or no money. That comes with an automated process for certificates or otherwise. B2B and B2C. So we're happy to share that with you just in glancing. So whatever you feel that you would like to feedback, please do so. We're always needing to learn. And then we'll go to, after that, we'll mingle for a short while and we'll go for dinner. So prior to dinner, if you don't mind, just pick your menu before that so that the restaurant will have your food. Otherwise, when you go there, there's nothing that you want. And that'll be a disaster. All right, so day 3, which is tomorrow, one day before Earth Day, which is 24th, so the 22nd, so tomorrow is 21. So our focus is primarily, so now you'll be speaking. Yes, Heidi speaking. So we'll go through details. So tomorrow is really internal in the morning, and then youth in the afternoon. Okay, so internal in the morning and youth in the afternoon. All right, so at 11, okay, you'll be sharing all your best practices. I assume Augustina will be working with Janita. Yep. All right, there you go. Yeah, Janita, yeah. Right? Okay, to help on this, I assume all the leaders are more than ready, except for Laos will be presenting online, correct? We'll have a coffee break, all right? And then at 11 o'clock, 11:15, we are having a closed-door session. We're having a closed-door session, and this session to us is, if of everything we are doing, to us, this is one of our most important sessions. It's really about trying to get Malaysia to see whether we can convince them to commit to net zero. Number two, we would like to have, if possible, Heidi to share with us about the aspirations of having Malaysia adopt World Cleanup Day and to present that based on what you shared with me the last time on whether Malaysia will be prepared to look at funding it. All right, so you can share that, and then we will try and push it, and then we will have a representative from UNFCCC also to join it, so that we can also share to discuss how that can be linked to COP, so that everything we do can have a proper measure rather than our own audits. So we have two particular government bodies coming together. One is called SWCOP, which is essentially a solid waste management and public cleaning corporation, which is a government agency. They have the biggest contract to manage the entire waste, and they're part of a ministry. So this is the party that works with World Cleanup Day every year. This is the party that will be the best party for you, Heidi, to talk to in that closed-door session in this room, to look at that possibility of that 5 million that we talked about. Whatever the amount is, if I'm just, whatever the amount may be. The person at the bottom is the person that is from Climate Change Ministry and very familiar with COP requirements for net zero. So we also want to have a discussion on that. So it's a closed door, meaning people like here and them, closed door to discuss it. All right. So for us, this is a very important agenda for us because we really want to know that we are busy for something we can put our fingers on and not just do it as an event because it's very tiring. But to do this, I think is more meaningful. At least we know what we are fighting for, so to speak. Yeah. So to us, this is important. Then lunch break. Lunch break is upstairs. All right. So lunch is only for our team, speakers, and LDIW. All right. Everybody else will have a different reception for them. So all your meals are upstairs, if you need to know. All the round tables are upstairs. All right. So essentially, the event all starts at 1:30. So there'll be a lot of mini activities, youth coming in from different parts. We have people we gave scholarships. They will come, they will share their stories, they will talk about the environment, they will talk about serving, as they will also talk about what they see the world to be. Okay? And then 1:30 really is where we will have Michael, whom I'm sure you guys know better, who will be coming on stream virtually and sharing with us on what he thinks about Earth Day for this year for 10 minutes, and then he will leave because we have too many things happening in between. So he has given some of his recordings already, but he will still join us in person. Okay, then welcome address, Annette, again. So put the pressure highest on Heidi for the main event. Okay. All right, so we had lots of Q&A sessions already, so some of them have been discussed. The reason for that is because the panel is too big, so we're trying to see whether we can take 58% of the questions on the online and move it here. What happened to the faces? It's still loading, is it? Okay. I needed to just share with you the thing so that you know that the speakers are also very carefully picked. So everyone here is picked to represent the government, the NGO, the corporate, the recycler, and the civil society, including the youth leaders. So by doing that, essentially, we're looking at the end-to-end solution to create the ecosystem. And with that, we will present the paper to the ministry. We don't ask them to do it by force, we just share with them, and then we will track it from there. And it will include a live voting structure. Okay? So that goes for that. Then the next one is we will have presentation from ESG champions who are youth, and they will share their stories, successes and failures for 10 minutes each. There are 5 groups of them. I'm not sure why the pictures of them are missing, but otherwise that's what it is. And we will finish the day with a town hall, essentially allowing the youth to ask lots of questions to the panelists, and anybody else can question and answer. Okay? So that forms the day of, there you go, they're coming back. Okay. Okay. Now these are the speakers. So Annette speaks also on tomorrow. That means you got a speaking side and you got a panel side. That will put the heavy duty on Heidi on Monday. Okay. All right. So day 4 is your hardest day. So if I may say, don't mind you allow us to let you get up early because 5:30 we have to pick you up. And we need to send you to the cleanup site. So I assume you'll be on your best yellow. Because for those who can't buy the shirt, they'll still wear yellow and recycle their own yellow. For those who can afford it, they'll buy the ones that you're wearing. All right? And it'll be launched either by the mayor or by the council secretary. Okay? Parallel to this event, the local authority is picking rubbish from 2 locations in 2 islands. Reuters was sent by Earth Day to join us in this event to publicize this globally as well. So they contacted us yesterday, so they want to join all the events to do the publicity. And parallel to that as well, there is this governor's 1 million tree planting. So we are not doing the tree planting, just to make it clear. We are doing the 1 million polybag cleanups, which is the polybag underneath the tree when you take it out. And normally people throw the plastic on the floor and then they plant the tree. We want them to take that 1 million polybag, put it into a bin, store it, so that we find a recycler that can make something out of the polybags. The money raised from that goes to the Governor's Foundation in full. Okay, we have 30 days to do all of that because we cannot mobilize enough people to do it. So the local authorities helps us, as of now, collected 200,000 polybags already. All right, so we need to collect another 800,000 probably by the middle of next month. Okay, so that goes with that. Okay, so after the cleanups, we will need volunteers because you are the champions. You know how to do it. Close your eyes. All right, so after that, you are welcome to join a forest park tree planting. So the governor is doing normal tree planting. The mayor is doing a forest planting. So the difference is that a tree planting will help temperature reduction. A forest planting will not only do temperature reduction, but we can deal with issues related to carbon and oxygen emission and reduction because we want to contribute to that 1.5 degrees. All right, so which is why we convinced the mayor. So he has designated an area that there's no chopping of trees. The place will be managed. The place will be adopted by corporates as a pilot and have a park in the middle of the city. All right, so in the middle of the city, if they get it right, they will replicate this park across the island. So which is why we are doing this event. So all of you are welcome to join. All right. All right. So then, of course, we will come back. You will have your lunch again upstairs, always in the same places. That's where we will have the main event, and where the main event will come. There is a video that I communicated with Kathleen Rogers. So she has done a recording for us to help us to celebrate this together with us on Earth Day. So we will play that video. As we will have the welcome address by myself, then of course the opening remarks by Heidi, and then the keynote address by the mayor that will open the event. Okay, all of this upstairs as well on that side. Okay, all right. Then with that we'll go into the ESG, CSR sessions. All right. Again, we had the recording, and we have the panel of speakers. So very interesting characters for those of you who are familiar with them. So we have all the key parties that we feel that will be the change maker. All right, these are crucial. If they can make the move and to make the change, it'll be wonderful for Malaysia. And we hope that that will also be useful for you to take it to your own countries and be inspired to use it as well. I'm more than happy to share it for you. And we have an interesting moderator for this specifically. She was, I think, number 4 in the anti-corruption agency, if I'm not mistaken. In Malaysia. So she left that position and she then went to Petronas, which is an oil and gas company, as a chief integrity officer, and now she is at Maxis, which is one of the largest telco. Other than that, she's also executive committee of the Transparency International of Malaysia. So why we like it about her is because ESG comes with G. The G part needs a lot of work. So sometimes we think the E and G is just the environment, but the G is the one that's giving us the most problem. So we thought that with her level of steadiness, and we got to know each other very well, so she's going to be helping to moderate that. I'm sure you guys will enjoy that. Okay, so with that, we'll do 3 MOU signing. So one we will do where we'll help the poor for heart surgery, because there's an organization in Malaysia that is very famous for heart surgery, has agreed to give 50% discount for heart surgery if they found children to have the need to do surgery but could not afford, and we will raise the other 50% for them. Then there is another MOU to be signed with this organization called Satyasa International Organization. They are offering to do 1 million tree planting for free. As long as we find trees to be planted, they will volunteer and do everything. So they offer human strength to do the 1 million, and hopefully we can do that within 12 months. All right? And then the last one for the MOU is something that I think you will like it, because it comes from your region called Aceh. So we managed to have a very positive engagement with this university called USK, and they are interested in tree planting, but more towards forest planting, like the one you're going to see in Penang. And they are offering something like 5,000 hectares of land to start with, and they want adoption. All right. So in the future, you don't have to just adopt things from Amazon. You can actually adopt these projects directly with the stakeholders. There's no intermediary. It's directly. So if they make a mistake, the legal binding contract is with them, which is what we prefer. Okay. And they are interested for us to see how we can collaborate also in areas of forest planting, development, and adoption, because a lot of countries today need money. So if they don't have money, they would prefer to say, if I can promise that I will use this land specifically for adoption, and you give me money, I give you carbon credit, so to speak, and we need to check with the government, the lawyers to be clear, then these projects will move. Okay, so we are testing it. We're not saying we have all the answers. We're spending a lot of time with lawyers to understand how it really works, nationally and globally. All right, so with that, we also wanted to thank the authorities for helping to plan. And then the last part is the part that I think you like most. All right. Okay. Yeah. So it's the fashion show, and we want to thank, Zin and Augustina and many of you who are going to put together 17. Why don't I push it to 20, Zin? 20 models where you can use recycled materials from clothes and wear them. I hope with all the accessories, with this. So don't worry, everything we do, we've tested it first. So Zin came over a few months ago to show how it works in a smaller scale. But this time we'll do it in a bigger scale. And we will have maybe about 30 people from outside joining us. So it's not just a workshop that you do internally. You will have about 30 people, and you will also include people with disabilities to join. All right, so we mix it because sometimes this kind of craftsmanships, you can help people who are sort of graduating from school or youth, as it can also help people with disabilities. So we're trying to see how to create an ecosystem around it. Okay, so I think that's really where this thing comes in, which is the last day, and then we shall finish that with the speeches. And there you go. You can go back after that. Now, there is a dinner that we were fortunate to convince the mayor to host on Monday, all right, which is the evening of the main day. So I'm only given 30 slots. They have 40 slots. I'm given 30 slots. So they're supposed to cover the speakers and then you guys. So once I get clarity to that, I will get advice from Augustina, if I may, as to who will come from this side. So I just wanted to make that known to you that there is this opportunity for this dinner that will be done, and it's going to be hosted at a very nice restaurant, at a nice hotel actually. It's called Eastern and Oriental. It's another heritage hotel just around the corner. I'm not sure whether you can walk. I think you can. And we'll do that. Otherwise, we will tell you about the other plans. So I'd like to stop with that. If you have any questions, then I'm going to stop for a while already and pass it back to Augustina. Any questions so far?
Please, everyone, if you have questions, just raise your hand and then ask Henry.
Yeah.
Henry will answer you everything. Including if you maybe want to find someone, your soulmate, maybe you will.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. anything to do with your hotels, anything to do with taxes for the hotels, if anything is missed out, anything to do with your breakfast, if it's to do with your country leaders, please flag it up. Do not be ashamed. Do not be shy. Sometimes we may make errors because even when they were booking for me, there were errors. They missed my breakfast. So sometimes you have situations like that. So just tell us, we'll fix it. Yeah, just tell us. And if you need any help in between, go back to the group chats. They're all available to support you. All right, whatever we can't do, we'll tell you. So the only thing I would say that we couldn't help you to do the airport transfers because we were really very short of people. So it's not because we didn't want to do it, but really we really couldn't have done it. We couldn't even pick up the speakers except for one speaker only, which we are doing today, of all the 30 speakers. So I'd like to apologize.
You have to treat my husband for that because my husband...
See, she didn't tell me. You see, this is a discovery, you see. So important information, please make sure we know it. So we'll appreciate it, right? We don't take it for granted, right? Okay, fair enough. Okay, so if you still have questions about it when we are walking or having dinner, feel free to talk about it. Sometimes it's a small matter. We're more than happy to do it. And this dinner is basically to also allow you to meet our team as we also sort of bond together and let you sort of chill together. And then tomorrow, then we'll go into some work, a little bit of work. Okay, let's just go to the apps, and then we shall finish with that. Okay, so I'll make it very light on the...
Yeah, you continue first and then we will go to the...
Okay, all right. So just to share with you the app. So originally, just for background purposes, we didn't want to do the app. Just to let you know. So there are two motivations for doing the app. One is that when we had 30,000 people doing community work, we were using Excel and we were using group WhatsApp, and it was a disaster. Honestly, every year we did it, every year was a disaster. Second thing, everybody that writes things on the piece of paper, we can't read their writing. So we can't even continue to hold a database. Right? So almost every year, the 30,000 are new volunteers. We couldn't even use the 30,000 from before to build it to 60,000. It was 30,000 0, 30,000 0, 30,000 0. Horrible. Okay, so that was frustrating. So I don't know about your experience, but that's our experience. Second reason is that when we went to Estonia, especially the one in Estonia, where we met a few of them. I think there were 4 country leaders, I think. What they were looking at doing. Some were starting, some were halfway doing the apps. So we were having chit-chats about it, and they wanted us to look at investing into it as opposed to us developing it. So one of the things we did was we signed an MOU with one of the regional directors to do the apps. But the problem to that was who was going to finance the app. The problem always is I can do a lot of tests and ideas, but where is the money to do the app? So after a while, we just said maybe it was easier, we just did the app because we needed it. Otherwise, we will never be able to sustain the volunteer. In fact, we get more complaints for not having an app. So that is really where we got started doing it. All right? It's not because we were very busy to want to do this every day. But in the course of doing it, we face a lot of problems. What is the problem? We face vendors who tries to sell us things that doesn't work. So it's not one time, it's not 2 times, it's 3 times. So our guys are sitting here, so we're sitting in front of them, so they know the challenges that we had to face. So lost time, lost money, and even lost trust, right? So after doing this for close to a year, I think a year now, right? A year, we now have this. And it's ready to use, even though it's not perfect, but it's ready to use. All right, so what can you use this app for? You are able to download directly. It's called Earth Pals. Okay, you can go directly and you can see it from the main page of the website. You can download yourself. We have 2 parts of the solution, and we learned this when we were at Estonia. All right, one part was somebody wanted the CRM. One part people wanted the monitoring system. Some people say, I already have the monitoring system, but no CRM. Some people say, I have CRM, but no monitoring system. So we did both. All right? So we were crazy, we did both. All right? So we have done both. So the CRM, which we call a volunteer management system, is the one that the admin will manage. It will B2B for you and B2C for you. Means if you are IBM, you can go into the system and manage it fully by yourself as IBM. You don't call us. Don't call us. You call us means we are in trouble. All right? So we have the B2B and we have to B2C. So in short, I'm just going to finish shortly. If you have any questions, more than happy, because I don't really want to go through the details. You can play with yourself if you feel that's of any value. Some of you have communicated with me on whether we can collaborate. Just to share with you, we are open to collaborate. If you have no money, tell us, we find a no money solution. If you have some money, you tell us, we find some money solution. If you have a lot of money, you tell us, we sell you everything also can. Okay? All right? So, like I said, we are like-minded because at the end, we want it to work for everybody. So in Penang, yesterday, we went to visit this organization called Penang Youth Development Corporation. So they are now interested to adopt this. And they are managing one of the biggest volunteer group in Penang. So they are going to adopt this. So we are now going for adoptions, as we will do final customizations for them. Now, as to the investment, if they want to do the last mile, if they pay, they own the last piece. If they don't pay, if we think it's valuable, then if we do it, then we own that piece. So everything will be made transparent and proper for everybody. Okay, so what is the objective of the website? To finish in 2 more minutes on this. Number one, it is to allow you to choose on your own the activities you want. You put the pictures the way you want. You send it to the people you want, where it's a closed loop to your friends only, or to people you want to invite who are not your friends. It's a bit like a dating app, but it's not. Meaning, I say to you that I and Heidi wants to do this cleanup, but I want to bring another 10 people, so I allow myself to open for 10 more people to come in. But the 8 more people coming in, Heidi and I must agree to let them come in. So we allow for that. All right? So you can do by yourself, you can do with your friends, closed loop, you can open loop, as you can do it as a corporate, where you can close loop in IBM, as you can also invite HP to join. So that's one part of the features. The second part of the feature is that when you go to the event, we have a QR code to track that if you say you're here, and you're here at 9 o'clock, we know you're here at 9 o'clock. You can't tell us you're here, but you're actually in Singapore. So we know that you're here, because we need to validate that, because the government wants to know that very clearly. Because at the end of the day, we want our work to be auditable by third parties. We don't want people to think we are collecting volunteer numbers because we're going to form the next political party. We need to be very clear about compliance before we even do the projects. All right? Sometimes people think it's just to do it, but we need to think a bit more. The third part of this solution is about authentication. So if you want, you can see in the app that you have collected 1 million tons of plastic in 1 second. You can submit. All right? At the same time, you can also have it authenticated, where we have authenticators that will go and authenticate your sites. So if it's not authenticated, it will show non-authenticated. If it's authenticated, it will show it's authenticated, and who's the authenticator. So that's the third feature, right? Because the government wants to know the authentication, because there are a lot of double counting. I send my waste to you, you send to her, you send to her, you send to her. One waste count 10 times, which is normally the case, by the way. So we are trying to bring that down to less double counting, which is something we got feedback from the government. The last feature that we have included here is the inclusion of recyclers. So we also authenticate the recyclers, as we ask the recyclers to cross-check their data for the waste collected, and whether they pay them or they do not pay them. So we provide that. So if you are not doing cleanups, you have waste in your house, you can just sell directly to the recyclers. This app does all of those things. Okay, so those are the key features. The rest you can play with it yourself and tell us whether the UI UX is good. If not, please tell us. We'll keep fixing it. All right. So I think that's the primary functions. Did I miss anything, Shah? I think that should be it, right? Yeah. So I think that's the primary functions for it. And if you have any technical questions, our tech team is actually online. You can ask. Otherwise, we can do it separately. But this is basically to share with you what we are trying to do in Malaysia for now. And hopefully, we can handle the 30,000 people better this time. Thank you.
I think each countries build their own system. So sometimes, like now, Malaysia start to build this system where they are working for collecting a better information about their volunteers. Of course, it's not easy, Henry, to manage 30,000 volunteers. And if we talk about Indonesian always bringing 4 million volunteers like Abe is working, it's even more complicated because using like so many platform, which is government platform, right? It goes to some volunteers have to take data from government platform and some have to take from organization partner platform. So it's a work in that way. So it's really good that Henry share what kind of, it's already including best practice what Malaysia doing actually. And more best practice that we will hear tomorrow from our country leaders that will talk about how they do cleanup, but also the impact of the work cleanup day since many years already. Work cleanup day happening in so many countries, and then what is the impact of the cleanup? Like some already make a change in the advocacy program with the company or government or education program, and so many other example like recycling program like what Cambodia doing, for example. We will hear more story from our young ambassador from Cambodia. And like Henry said, here that we come together, so not only Malaysian team are working to prepare for the conference, that Malaysian team are really open for all of us to help. So I'm so happy, for example, like today is really a sample message. Like a simple message, but it's make my day actually today. For example, when Son, our communication leader from Vietnam, and texting me and say, hey, Agustina, I already arrived in Penang, and please tell me what should I do to help. Imagine the first message you receive is from your team or from your country leader who come, and then the first message they come to Penang and it's asked like, what can I do to help? Do you get what I mean, right? Like you get it, right? Like it's really small thing, but it's make us happy because that show how much that people come here. Like we are not asked to be treated as a king or as a queen. But we are coming here and then asking, what should I do to help? What should I do to help? What should I do? And it's really interesting to see some of other country leaders who are coming like from different country also asking the same question. It's really interesting for me to hear this, I would say. Even this is not the first time, but the culture we have, the language we speak, the body language we show, the love we show, the respect we show to each other is really actually important thing in this family. So I hope that we keep this kind of culture, we keep this kind of values that among us, and we always do the best what we can do and see all of other country leaders from different country as our team. So we are coming with our really open heart, always to ask what we do to help our team. So today Malaysia as a host, last year Taiwan as a host. I already thinking also like Chun was working a lot behind the scene, and like for today, for example, for Malaysia, Chun from Singapore helping with all the registration behind the scene as well. Imagine like sometimes you never know who work behind the scene, but even sometimes I didn't mention a few of you, but some of you are helping already working from behind the scene. This is like something I didn't sometime. Like, like the feeling itself, like being of this family is really amazing, I would say. And in this conference this time, it's not only that we will also learn about how the best practice that happening from so many countries, but you see that outside we have also exhibitions, right? It's from Malaysian team already working, preparing and everything, recycling stuff. And from Malaysia team as well, they have their products there, which is that you can go from the first floor, the second floor to see. So I hope that you take your time during the conference happening or when you come, for example, and then please visit each table and then see the product that Malaysian team already prepared there. So yeah, this is also something maybe like can give you good ideas. Maybe that's something you want to do in your country or what you want to like Zin idea for the first time when Zin coming to remember last year Zin bringing so many accessories from recycling accessories, and everyone want that accessories, like oh my god, that's really beautiful, like everyone wear it, and then it's becoming famous among our country leaders. And then Zin start coming to Malaysia to train Malaysian team and Malaysian partner to work together to do how to do all the recycling stuff. So this is something like what we can always adopt, for example, that to use our own knowledge from our team. So instead of, so you don't need like you can always come to our country there to ask for help. For example, Zin have this kind of knowledge, can have this skill. So we can always ask Zin, can you come to Bali, for example, next year and then train our team in Bali? And then Zin will be happy to fly to Bali and then come there. Yeah, you just have to provide a hotel for Zin, flight ticket if you could, and also like food. Don't make Zin hungry when Zin come to your country. So yeah, this is kind of thing what I would love to say, that something you can always ask from your family. When you are close to each other, when you are really open to each other, you can always help to each other. So please keep that. So it's good for I give so much speech, I think. Why I give speech here? I become... This is why you cannot give me microphone, because I will never stop talking. I will always try, to make myself become a motivator actually. So I'm a motivator, not a moderator. I can be everything. I can be also partner for Henry to sing. So, so everyone, now we already hear the story from Henry, and Henry already shared with us Malaysian program this year, and also we already understand what's happening during these 3 days here, what we are doing. And now we will hear our speech, which is two speech, come from our CEO and our head of global network from Estonia. And I would love to welcome our CEO first to give short speech to welcome all of you who come from different countries.
Thank you, Agustina. So I actually really don't know what to say, because you have already said everything here. But hello, everybody. I'm really, really happy to welcome you all on behalf of Let's Do It World HQ. So really, really happy to see you all here. And Henry and the Malaysian team, thank you so much for organizing this event for all of us, actually. It's not only for you, it's not only for like Asian countries and country leaders, but also for all of us, for the global other countries as well. And I'm especially grateful of being here in Malaysia again, because this is actually our second time of being in Malaysia. First time I was here, and Heidi and some other people were here in 2017 when we had the Leaders Academy in Malaysia. And this is where I personally met first time Agustina and some other leaders who are also here today. And who are still active in our network even after like 7 years later. So it's really, really great to see you all here, and also those people and leaders who I haven't met or we haven't met previously. Then this is really, really great platform where to meet our network and our people. So today when I walked in from this house, then this was actually exactly what I felt 7 years ago, and I was away for 5 years. Now I'm back again in this movement, but the feeling is still the same. You know, if you walk in to this room and you are welcomed by those like really warm-hearted people. Who are your friends and who are your family, basically, who you have like known and met before as well. It's just so wonderful. It's so magical. I would say that what we do here is really we create magic in this world. But not only. Henry, when you shared the program, then I was like, oh my gosh, I already want to hear everything. Because for our like previous conferences and previous Leaders Academies and regional conferences as well, you gain so much valuable information about the fields where we are working, about waste management, about what are the problems in different parts of the world, what our like people are going through, you know, having those heart-to-heart conversations and get to know the people and get to know like the issues and the problems that everybody is facing are really like bringing us closer to each other. So yes, we have this magical bonding family feeling here, but we also have educational part, which is really, really important. So I'm really, really excited being here again. Thank you so much, Henry, and the Malaysian team and the other teams as well who have helped to organize this event here. Really excited over those 3 upcoming days here, and I'm really looking forward also our conversations here. So I wish you all really wonderful conference here and wonderful cleanup event, of course. Walk your talk. Yes. So again, on behalf of Let's Do It World HQ as well, welcome everybody and have a great time.
Our CEO, so as you know, I mean, like some of you already met Annette, like Annette said that she was away for 5 years and then come back to the family. And now we will welcome our head of global network, Hedi Solba. Of course, we cannot, Hedi, miss your speech as always. How could we miss this?
So I have 2 shoes. One is a head of global, please look at, head of global network. Another one is a president. And I have been working in this organization like 9 years already. And, 9 years is a big and long time in person life. And people are changing, getting older, world is changing, of course, environment is changing and everything. So we all have been changing. All our leaders have been changing. All the teams have been changing. And you might be knowing that wondering, in 9 years, okay, what could be happening? We are repeating the same work cleanup day. Already 6 times coming. How much we can do it. We are doing different kind of programs. But I think as a humans, we have been growing. And we have been growing like environmentalists. And through this kind of actions, what we are doing, giving your time, giving your family time, giving your resources, which is the most important one, your personal time and life, to environment and to the world, we are becoming much better persons as well, as a humans in this world. And that is the most important, to overcome your personal boundaries and making yourself a better person. And after 9 years, for me, to see their leaders to this world, because to work in 164 countries, it's the same like you as well, in Latin America, in Africa, in Europe, you name it, is very inspirational. So after 9 years, I have to say, you still have this inspiration because you can see the people who inspire you, inspire each other. And then I'm thinking about the Let's Do It world, what it is. In so many countries globally. Nobody believed that we can have the network in worldwide level 9 years back. Nobody believed that we can do the World Cleanup Day. Nobody believed that we can be in United Nations calendar. We can do a lot of things. I have the belief. You have the belief. We have been witness so many big possibilities. And I think this is the most biggest core value of the organization called Let's Do It World. We are still together, we are family, and we can learn and inspire from each other. And this is a gift in this worldwide level. This is very special and very unique. And also, looking to all these applications and all these kind of things, what we are creating, and this is absolutely wonderful. I came to my mind into their thought, sorry to say that, but why the global organization doesn't have its own application? Why we are not using it all? Because we are coming more stronger in this way. But it is how it is. But we have to think about it. How to be globally more stronger, because unity and being unified is the most important thing. I'm really, really happy to... We all are really blessed that we have this kind of leaders like you, having and creating this conference last year in Taiwan, also in Indonesia, also in Malaysia many years back, to bring together different kind of sectors. This is speech for tomorrow, of course. But to have 3 sectors together not just working on the work cleanup, they're going again to the cleanup, again going just the planting, but also to seek what we have to make with all the sectors to work and find a solution for the country is the most important thing. Because we don't want to clean up forever. It's not the solution, right? We have to find the ways. And one dream, what we have to do, and also application, or also some kind of platforms, to gather all these great initiatives and ideas with the green projects, what we are holding in this organization, to inspire the world and inspire each other. Really great projects from Mexico, really great project from Mozambique, great in United States, great from France. And we can learn from everyone, from you. So let's share it. And thank you for your inspiration and thank you who you are. This is the most important. Keep it in this way. And thank you for inspiring always. Thank you for organizing. And not just having these speeches, but also we have candies from Estonia for you. It was a half of suitcase, and we are happy with Annette to give it to you, so you have sweets before the dinner. I'm sorry. We are giving it to you together. Hold it. You hold from this part. Yeah, please.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you, everyone. Ah, lovely. I love it. I just want to cry. What to do now? I don't want to continue to talk. It's always wonderful. No? Oh, yeah, sure.
Just two quick things. Just because I think my team is trying to get your orders for the dinner. So I'm going to circulate the menu. That's number one. Number two, as you are leaving, maybe better for us just to share with you what we are doing outside, because today is the best day to do it, because tomorrow will be a bit busy. So just to share with you what we are doing outside as you are leaving for dinner.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, yeah. That's the announcement from Henry. So before we go dinner together, later we will go around to see the exhibition. But everyone, we also have refreshment, as I understand. Malaysian team also prepared behind of us. But before we go that, so we have like so many candies, we have refreshment, and we will have dinner together. So many good things we do together. And it's really fun, you know, like because then you can chit chat, you can tell more stories. But before that, this will be the last session for today. I want to share with you. I will need Tara here. Is Tara? Hey, Tara. I will need your help. Yeah. So I will share with you. I believe even not all of us already arrived here yet, but I just want to share regarding the Asia plan for this year until July 2024. So what's the plan? So what you can prepare yourself. And I invite also later Juanita to join me, because we need to share with you. You need to know what we prepare for these regions. I know that this time is really good because Malaysian team not only welcoming actually Asia countries, but also some countries who come from other regions as well, including from Africa, for example. But that's fine. We can share this Asia plan. Thank you, Tara. Again, like volunteer from Myanmar. I just kidnapped Tara to help with the presentation. So yeah, everyone, what's the plan? What we are planning this year, especially until July. I can give to you the plan until July only. After that, I will prepare more and then share with you in our regular gathering, online gathering. We can go next. Maybe you need this. You have to stop wrong with. Okay, sorry. They will share.
Yeah, they will show you the menu. You just put the menu as
Oh yeah, you mean they will put on the table, right? Okay, yeah. So for some people who are not talking about food yet, you can give your attention here. But for you who have to confirm your food, please, tell what do you want to eat tonight. And this is the time when actually quite interesting, because we will also have like me actually is a new regional director this year. So we will have the introduction of new board director and also new coordinator for Asia. And we will give update to you about what is the progress of our Asia office preparations in Taiwan. And I hope all of you after this can open Instagram and then click Let's Do It Asia, and then please follow. We just launched as well Asia Instagram. And then digital cleanup progress. I know that some of us are already done with digital cleanup last month, but some of us, like Indonesia, for example, still continue until April. So don't forget to give report to HQ team. I will share as well. And then today, this is where we are in World Cleanup Day Impact and Sustainable Asia Conference in Malaysia. And then next, we need to get ready because we will have Leaders Academy in Japan. Okay, let's go with the introduction. Please welcome me to say thank you to Leo Lin, everyone. Our former board director who are not here today. Leo is in the US, working there and living there. But Leo has been our regional director for 2 years, supporting Asia countries, leading Leaders Academy and training almost every month with all of us and providing partners for us, like to work together to connect. So Leo is really a good person who always been there for us. So this year, actually, I want to say, like, please welcome myself as a new board director. Thank you. So this year, Leo cannot go for the new election for the board director. And thank you for all of you who fought me as a new board director. And so Leo, however, say that Agustina go for the board director election. I will be there to still support you and support Asia region. So it's really good. It's really nice from him because it doesn't matter when even Leo not director anymore, that he always still there to support us. And then please join me to welcome our new coordinator, Juanita. So I was the coordinator for Asia since 2019, and now is the time for Juanita to take the leadership from this year. So Juanita agreed to become the regional coordinator for Asia. So start from this year, since I have to be the director for this year. Juanita will share with you later what's the plan and how Juanita and Taiwan team will work to support Asia countries. But also keep in mind that Juanita also still country leaders of Taiwan, so much work for her still. And but however, thanks to her. And now we will see Asian team. Please give applause for this Asian team. So everyone, like I said before, that everyone who are organized the event in their country, that you always get support from this team. And we welcome any of you who wants to join the Asia team to support other country. But remember that when you join the Asia team, like, you're not only working for your country, right? Because you have to give yourself also to support any country who needs your help. And this team who said yes in supporting other countries, so any like conference like this, then we have to work together to prepare everything. And this team is like, they have to be ready. We call 24 hours, like June actually is for many years already becoming a Asia team to support, helping with the partnership and other also needed of support. And Henry, before actually we were planning to give really heavy job for Henry, like as helping for government relation, but Henry said, no, I will handle strategic relations. So thank you, Henry, still supporting us as well. And yeah, thank you so much, Asia team. And we actually, beside this team, we have of course other people behind the scene, like I say, who are not on this, but they still supporting behind the scene when it's needed. And now regarding the Asia office preparation in Taiwan, what we are preparing, and then from this year we already work with Taiwan team to prepare, but also we will be effective. It will be next year. Yeah, we will be effective. Activate the office there. But now I will give the stage to Yuanita. Please welcome Yuanita.
Hi.
Somehow yellow team.
It's nice to meet you, my old friends, my new friends. Today I'll bring you the new idea. The idea is just at the beginning stage. So maybe we can make it with all of your marvelous brain to finish this project. Okay, let me start right here. Asia, the place we grow up, the place we live, is a very special place. It's a region of diverse ethnicity and high population density globally. We have complex issues from city to the Euro state and from ocean to the land. That's why we are here. That's why we are here to discuss. That's why we are here to communicate with each other. Because we know the problem we are facing right now is not you or not me can solve it identically. So now we have the new idea we call Asia Office. We hope the Asia Office could be the hub of driving the environmental change and the educational program here. Okay, so it's a new idea. Maybe we didn't try that before. However, we hope we can start this right now. Okay. Let's take a look of it. In a short time, I think each of us, we can try in our country. We can do a lot of experiment, try to find the real issue that we can solve, what we can drive our own force in. Then in the middle stage, we will select we will select by maybe the same target or maybe the same goal with across different country. Then we can build a new project to accomplish that. Okay, so in the long term, we hope that each project we make it will establish a long-term impact influence in our region. That's the overview of the. I think my language system is still under time difference. 我好想讲中文。其实这里大概有80%的人听得懂。Okay. If I didn't make myself clear, maybe we can talk in dinner time. I think one word, I hope the hub could be the place that because each of us impose our soul, our heart, then we can find one or two way to change the world from the Asia region. Yes. Okay, thank you.
For working hard with Taiwan team right now to prepare our Asia office in Taiwan. And this office also in the future that we actually discuss with Leo as well, how that to get also the funding from government sector and also from private sectors, which is can help a little bit as well, maybe support the needed of the country who are hosting the conference. So actually this team and office that we are planning right now is in the future is everything to support the Asia regions, what is needed. So then the countries who are working to host the conference, so they don't feel like they're working alone, because then there is the team who will come behind to support. That's also the plan. And I don't want to forget to mention actually our partners who are already support us as well for long time becoming partner with World Cleanup Day in each different countries. For example, please, I want you to give applause for GCI family. So GCI, actually some of you also not only becoming leader of World Cleanup Day, but also leading GCI in your country and have been involving so many resources from GCI as well to support World Cleanup Day. So I want to say that thank you so much for bringing your resources. And also different local communities, I want to say, because different local organizations which come from different countries and also bring the support for World Cleanup Day. And we will continue. The next step, since you are on Instagram, I believe, please follow Let's Do It Asia Instagram as well. So we launch this in the future because we never do Instagram launching before for Asia regions because each country have your own, because each country, like Indonesia, for example, World Cleanup Day Indonesia, we have already 32,000 people, right? Instagram followers. We are having in Indonesia. So each country already have their own Instagram. But however, we try to provide this one because we want to posting in the future all the activities not only from one country but it's cross countries. And of course it will also support some contents who will be posted in global account as well. So we just start this actually just 2 weeks ago. Or something like that. You can see. All right. So the content is more like about the Malaysia conference. But next we will have the Japan Leaders Academy content there, and also more country stories, and also we said World Cleanup Day impact stories from different countries. And next, only 2 more slides, I think. Digital cleanup. Please go to, maybe we go next to the link. Please don't forget, because I was communicating with Pilar from HQ as well, that there are a few countries that not reporting yet. I believe like Indonesia is still in progress in counting the data right now for digital cleanup. And if you do also start from March until April, you can still do in April. So please submit your data. You can do personal, or you can collect all the data representative of your team or your volunteers, for example, and then just report it as part of the country's actions. And last one, I think. Oh, not last one, but this one. This one we are here, so I don't need to explain. Henry already explained everything. What kind of the program we will have for the next 3 days. So I will just continue to the last slide. Please, Tara. That is, this one. So we will have Leaders Academy in Japan in July. And so sorry, I steal this picture from Google. So I would love to welcome Takao to tell us maybe a little bit background about the preparation for Japan Leaders Academy. Since Takao, you should know that so many people are interested and waiting as well for Japan Leaders Academy. Please.
Hello, I'm Takao from Japan. Actually, last year I went to Taiwan and participated in Leaders Academy Taiwan, and then I was so moved and impressed by the Leaders Academy in Taiwan. So actually, at the time, I had no idea to express how I mean, how to express my feelings. But at the time, fortunately or unfortunately, I said that I would have Leaders Academy in Japan this year. So now actually I had some conversation with Augustina about the timing. And originally, she wanted to have a meeting or conference in April. But of course, we have a big conference here. So we decided to move to the July, and which is probably the weather would be the same as here. I mean, July in Japan is a very hot and a bit muggy season. But we now are thinking and arranging or preparing for such kind of Leaders Academy. So please expect we have the good and also the nice Leaders Academy so in Japan. So we don't have we haven't decided details yet, and after this conference we will discuss. Thank you.
Thank you, Takao. Yes, you will get more information later after the conference. Is now all of us focusing on Malaysia conference, and after that you will get more announcement what you need to prepare and what is the progress that we are working with Japan team to prepare the Leaders Academy in Japan. I think this is done. This is the last slide, yeah. Oh, one more. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tara, and thank you. So we are actually coming to the end, but Abe was want to say something and give the update little bit as well about the secretariat also in Indonesia and also update for Asia countries. So Abe, please.
Hello, everyone. So happy to see familiar faces and also new people here. So I just want to add up more updates maybe because I think Juanita also make a new base camp in Taiwan for Asia region. So actually in Indonesia also this year we officially have our own office as well. So and then couple of weeks ago I have a chance to meet EU delegates for ASEAN region. So actually he's Malaysian. I actually tried to invite him to come here, but unfortunately he has another agenda to go to South Korea, so he couldn't make it here. But I have this discussion with him regarding about strengthens the collaborations between EU and ASEAN. So maybe ASEAN leaders, like Zin and Chun Hui and Henry and all these country leaders from ASEAN, I will set up a meeting with these EU delegates that especially being tasked to supervise the movement in ASEAN. So I will talk with him so we will become stronger in terms of also ASEAN region to also help Juanita. So not, you burden the whole Asia, so I can help you assist for Southeast Asia region as well. Yeah.
Thank you. Another support just coming. Really good news. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Like I said before, this session is actually only to welcome all of us as a family. So we are actually in really small sessions. And also tomorrow morning, where we will share our best practice. So excited actually to hear always. Like when Takao before cannot express the feeling, it's because Takao was so moved by so many stories, I believe last year from Taiwan, right? People, our country just was sharing the stories, how impactful that the movement and how strong the team and everything. So then Leo Takao come and then commit something on the last day in the conference in Taipei. When Takao said, "Oh, I also want to host Leaders Academy," and then Henry said, "Oh, I want to host a Malaysia conference," and then it's really wonderful to see that's happening actually, because we don't expect maybe happen in the same year, but it's happened the same year. So really interesting to see how all of the team like coming together and make it happen. Right, and now I think our refreshment is ready behind. Yeah. Oh, outside. Oh, okay, sorry. I was looking. This is why. Why I couldn't see food over there. Okay. Yeah. So we now will have small snacks and enjoying coffee break. And please take your time to know each other better, because I believe some of you maybe didn't meet yet and never meet, and so takes time to know each other better. And then our Malaysian team will take us, after coffee break, our Malaysian team will take us around to see the exhibition first, from first floor and then to second floor. And after that, we will go have dinner together. So all of you may be already writing down your menu, right? I'm not yet. So Judith, don't forget me. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a good tour in this building. And after that, let's have dinner together.